NFC West. Let's do it.
All right. Okay. LA Rams 11-6, Niners 10-7, and then Seahawks and Cardinals at 8-9.
Oh God.
Go ahead.
What?
Oh God.
What?
Oh good. Oh jeez.
I just want you to. I just want everybody to take strength of schedule into account while I read all these.
Yeah.
You're fine.
I
Just
do
wait.
see.
Just wait.
I do.
You're fine.
San Francisco 49ers 12-5, Arizona Cardinals 10-7, and then Rams and Seahawks both at 9-8.
Okay.
Or 8-9. I can't really read it back. It's very small writing.
San Francisco 49ers 11-6, Los Angeles Rams 10-7, Seattle Seahawks and Arizona Cardinals 9-8.
All right. You
Start in LA or San Fran?
Well, yeah.
Sorry, that's the depth chart I have pulled up already. So,
no. It's I did not pick them in the division. You both did. The one thing I will say is easiest schedule in the sport.
Yeah. And
that's valuable, obviously, conducive to win.
Yeah.
The issue is their offseason was very strange. They lost a lot. I don't know how huge that's going to be, but when you lose Greg Greenlaw, Deebo Samuel, Tolu Hufanga, Aaron Banks, Javon Hargrave, Jordan Mason, Travarius Ward, who's that other tackle? Jalen Moore. Remember him getting all that money? Hilarious. They trade for Bryce Huff. They signed McCorkle Jones. They draft Michael Williams. I think that's a good pick. The schedule makes it so that they'll be better, like numerically. I don't think they're going to be firmly like a contender, like a 12-win team. I have them at 10 just because you always have to factor in, well, Brandon Ayuk will be hurt, and Christian McCaffrey is every other year I'm going to have 1,700 scrimmage yards, or I'm going to play 5 games.
Yeah.
And this is the 1,700 yard year, so I drafted him in my money league.
Yeah.
And
this is. Oh, go ahead.
And I will say the coordinator situation is interesting. Clay Kubiak, interesting. Robert Saleh, back in a role he should be in, which is just DC. Fine.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, to me, this is 24 Vikings. This is 2023 Eagles. This is the 2022 Vikings, right? You get this strength of schedule. It's, kind of a cakewalk. Okay. There are a lot of flaws in the roster, but you can roll through a regular season. And being a well-coached and well-run organization, you'll be okay. I agree with a lot of your assessment of this offseason, but I think just getting health back is going to be so crucial for them. We know what Trent Williams is to this team, and having him on the field is going to be so crucial. Same with McCaffrey. I know they're going to have their receiver woes, and that is my biggest worry, especially going into week 1. But, I really liked what Brock Purdy did with not a lot, even late in last season. I'm reflecting and thinking back to that. I think they're playing the Lions on Monday Night Football, and the way they took it to that team with just an absolute dearth at that position, I thought was really incredible. And then defensively, I think you raised the floor by getting Robert Saleh back. You want to go back to tradition. You want to go back to kind of that 3-3-5, play it how it is defense. I think that's absolutely fine. And as long as Nick Bosa and Fred Warner are on that football field, I'm going to have a little bit of fear in that. So, give me the Niners. I think in a division with a lot of inconsistencies and a lot of unknowns, we have what I believe is the most known with this San Francisco team, and that's why I'm willing to give this over to them.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. I'm higher on Brock Purdy than 99.8% of the world is.
And they're with you.
Top 10 quarterback. He's really good. I hate hearing the things about he has a great core. There's a lot around him. Like this is like this Jared Goff is what people think Brock Purdy is. He's really good. McCaffrey's the best running back in football when he's healthy. Sorry, Saquon fans. Brian Robinson's a great third down back. I like the receiver room. Like when they're healthy, like Ayuk will obviously be a ceiling riser for them, but it's good enough to last 4 or 5 games.
Yep.
Before he comes back. Juwan Jennings. I mean, Ricky Pearsall's got a huge ceiling.
And Juwan
It's
Jennings
got, like,
is very good.
Russell Gage, Juwan Jennings. Like, it's just guys.
Ricky Pearsall might be a 1. I mean, with the way he played
Yeah.
in the second stretch of the season.
Yeah. I mean, they still have George Kittle. There's always a great safety blanket at tight end. The line's good with Trent Williams plays. He elevates the entire line, I truly believe. I like the defense, except for the secondary. Diamandre Lenore is also
They're putting a lot of responsibility into the young guys, which I can commend, but also you should tread with a little bit of caution. Like I like Renardo Green.
I like Jason Pinnock.
They have guys that I'm interested in. I just am not sure how in a very pass-heavy division if that'll work out. It's just like I haven't winning a playoff game.
Yeah.
But that's
I mean, they're going to attack the
happen.
quarterback though. They're going to eat. I mean,
Yeah.
I think Mykel Williams. Nick Bosa's going to eat, and I mean,
Yeah.
interior's a bit weaker, but it's the same thing. It's the same thing we said in Green Bay. Like, Micah and Rashawn Gary are going to take up a lot. Mykel Williams and Nick Bosa are going to take up a lot of the double teams, and C.J. West, Jordan Elliott, Alfred Collins, Jordan Jefferson, they're going to eat regardless of if they're 5'2", 220, or like actual NFL competent players. Like
they're drafting athletes, and you see that with Mykel Williams. You see that with C.J. West. You see that with Gross Matos. You see that with Bryce Huff. Like this was the identity of this Niners team. When you think back to all those crazy runs, we think back to DeForest Buckner, we think back to Arik Armstead. Like those are the guys that you're building, and so they're building that infrastructure to be able to make this sustainable, and I think that's incredible.
Like they're really good. They're always really good. Even last year when they weren't good, they were still good in a way. Like the entire team is injured to hell, and they almost made the playoffs as a wild card. Like it's a shout out to how good their coaching is, and they got one of the best defensive coordinators.
And Brock Purdy, if we're being honest,
Brock Purdy's the GOAT.
Okay.
Be honest.
I had the Rams win the division, and it is a little bit different. Like Cardinals are 27th, Niners are 32nd, Seahawks are 22nd in terms of strength of schedule. Rams are about the middle of the pack, but I still think they're a very good team. They're like right outside of like the true contender tier, but I think they're still very well constructed. I do, as I had last year, concerns about the secondary. The defensive line is very young and very good. And offensively, don't really have any questions, to be honest. They got Terrence Ferguson at tight end. You already have guys in place to begin with. Kyron Williams is great. Puka Nacua is great. I don't think Devontae Adams is the same guy he was in even Las Vegas, but he had a decent enough season with New York, and I think
he'll be 1,000-yard receiver.
I think he'll match Cooper Kupp's production, and he didn't play that much last year. And they did their after the picks thing. Did they trade out with the Falcons?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So they actually said, "Give me the picks." They have an extra first round pick. Man. I think Matt Stafford's still like a comfortably top 10 quarterback in the league. As far as like we were talking about the Niners, like the Rams have an incredible coaching staff.
Yeah.
Sean McVay, one of the best coaches in the league. Michael Ferb, very, very good coordinator. Chris Shula, monster. Absolute dog. And I do think they have a similar ceiling to the Niners where like they are capable of winning a playoff game. I'm not sure how far they'll go past that, but in a very I would say, tight division, I have them winning it. Like I can totally see the Niners winning it.
Yeah.
But I have just more confidence in the Rams because they've had a lot less turnover. Like
Yeah.
as far as like the Niners lost like a good chunk of their defense.
Yeah.
And the Rams didn't. So
Yeah.
it's a 1-game difference. It's like a wash in the grand scheme of things, but
Yeah.
I'm in my head a lot higher on the Rams than I am the Niners.
Yeah. And in my head, I'm in agreement with you. I actually, about a month ago, had the same thing you did. Here's my issue. I have a 38-year-old quarterback who's having back spasms and might not be able to start week
And
one.
you might be playing
He's starting
Georgia
week one.
legend.
That was announced
He is
today.
starting week one.
He's gonna get eaten alive, but
I have so much fear surrounding that situation. And if he's not healthy, we've seen what this Rams offense looks like. And then, I mean, even extending beyond him, the age all across this offense. Nakua is the youngest player on this offense.
He's
We
like
know about his
25.
injury history all too well. You have Adams
Kyron might be
here.
younger.
Huh?
Kyron might be younger.
They're like
Kyron
came
might
out
be
of
draft
younger,
class.
but again,
came out of Notre Dame early.
Kyron missed like 4 or 5 games last year.
Still ran
I
for
mean,
over 1,000 yards. So I'm
he
not
did.
worried.
He was incredible. Rob Havenstein,
Very old.
Larry
They've been around.
Jackson, Kevin Dotson, like these are older players.
These are all people who I thought were old when they won the Super Bowl.
Exactly. And to me as well, I think we're also, taking too much stock at times in what they were in the playoffs as well. And you kind of touch on this, but as a regular season team, they were a slightly above average offense and a slightly below average defense. And I know a lot of that it also comes from what they were earlier in the season with the injuries that they sustained and the way that dragged them down. But, I think it's fair to question whether or not it was just a really, really great 2 games, and they tend to be more towards the middle. And so I really like them, and I really want to bet on the high end because I think at this offense is best to be so explosive on paper. It's like one of the 5 best offenses in football if everybody's healthy. But, I mean, you just don't know. And then defensively, I mean, similar. I like a lot of these pieces, but, I mean, Darius Williams is 30. Like, Gil Witherspoon is 30. The linebacker position is, I mean, I love hearing the great stories out of camp about Nate Landman and Omar Speights, but like, let's be realistic here. Like, this is a serious flaw. And so, I mean, people are calling this a top 10 defense. I'm like, am I blind? Like, I don't see it.
They're like average.
Yeah, they're average.
But the thing is, when the offense is that good, like that propels them to being
exactly. Yeah, and so I think, I'm in a place where I'm willing to say the ceiling is Super Bowl because why not? They took it to the Super Bowl champs, but I think the floor is much lower than almost any of these teams. So I have them in the playoffs, just because I simply can't take a team that's this talented out of it. I really thought about replacing them with Washington. I really wanted to do it, but I couldn't do it. But it scares the shit out of me, man.
I agree with everything you all said. Just the injury concerns, how old that less with Stafford, more like the average of 38-year-old offensive line.
Yeah.
And the one team in Glendale that I think is just a little bit better.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about Glendale then.
I'm all in. And if I'm all in on Kyler Murray, there's something going on.
We were just talking about this before the show. We were looking at the doc. We were like, how the hell did this happen?
Dude, Kyler Murray, I feel like, is about to have the best year of his career. I love what Jonathan Gannon's been doing in Arizona. The defense has been solid. I mean, I'll start with the defense. You add Josh Sweat, who was a great contributor for Super Bowl champion. Draft Walter Nolan, awesome. I like Dalvin Tomlinson. Calais Campbell's old, but still good at football. And Darius Robinson's gonna be fine off the edge. I like the secondary. I like Jalen Thompson. I like Budda Baker. I like Will Johnson. Great pick. Steele, getting him in round 2, right?
Yeah.
Sean Murphy-Bunting, like all good NFL players. The O-line's fine. It's gonna do what they need to do. James Conner is one of the more underrated running backs in the league.
I agree.
I like Kyler. The wide receiver room scares me a little bit, but it kind of makes up for it when you have Marv, who is not maybe
Should
the
be better.
generational guy
Should be
we
better.
thought
Yeah.
should be better. I think will be better. Maybe he's not the generational guy we thought he was, but I still think he's a 1. I think he will be a 1 once he
It's like a
develops
one
completely.
but
But they also have a top
Never
5
quite.
team.
yeah,
Yeah,
top
true.
3 probably.
Top 5. So super high on them. They play a really easy schedule. They'll get in the wild card.
Yeah.
They'll probably get smoked by like
Yeah.
the Lions, but whatever. It's fine.
I mean, here's
It's
my
a step
thing.
in the right direction for a franchise. Like I was actually
They're
weeks
your
ago.
voice.
A couple weeks ago, I was looking at like old, like, cause like we had the Substack, but like before, like all of last semester, we were just writing things on Google Docs and just praying. And I actually found a whole piece I wrote about the Cardinals, how there was something
Post
growing.
it.
And then they had a really good offseason. So
Yeah. I mean, I love what they did defensively. I'm all in with that, as you said. I think they played such a unique style on defense, right? Like they're like running all these crazy disguised coverages and doing all these funky things with their safeties and Buda Baker and, playing this brand of defense that, they weren't a good defense, but they were confusing as hell. And I think that was enough to kind of scare off teams. Now, Jonathan Gannon can kind of go back to his bread and butter now that he has actual pass rushers and talent on that side of the ball. And I think that's going to be really key to their development. My worry is still the offense. And I think you lose Clayton Adams, who we just talked about, who was such an important part of their run game. And I don't have the same faith in Marvin, these weapons, as you guys do. I think what I saw from him a season ago was a guy without really an elite trait. And I think he can be a really good NFL wide receiver, but I just don't see him as a 1 in that way. And I also think that's mostly because his strengths are Kyler Murray's weaknesses. His strengths are getting open across the middle of the field. What's Kyler Murray's weakness? Throwing into tight windows over the middle of the field. So that really causes issues for me. And then the rest of this group, I mean, Zay Jones, Michael Wilson, like I don't really have a lot. They're guys. I don't really have a lot of trust in that. And so I think there's room for this offense to either stay the same or take a step back. And that holds me from putting them in playoff position personally, just because I think the rest of the division got so much better that if they're stagnant on one side of the ball, that's not enough for me to push them over the top. But I like the direction they're going in. I think they might be limited in and of themselves. And I can't believe I'm the one saying this and not you, but I think that causes them to take a hard look in the Kyler Murray mirror this offseason.
Yeah.
Move on to the odd man out in the division.
Yeah.
Are they odd?
Seahawks.
I don't think they're odd. I think they're right there. I think they are quite even, my friend.
They can be. They can be. I just don't see it.
Can I make the case?
Darnold. Go ahead, make the case for Sam Darnold.
I believe that the case is that this offense under Gary Kubiak, right, who they put in so much faith and so much trust in, is going to be so much more diverse as a run game than what he got in Minnesota with Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet. And if he's able to receive that help and less is asked of him as a pure drop back passer, then they can function a little more similar to how we saw at the beginning of last season in New Orleans under Kubiak.
Yeah. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
And I mean, you bring in Cooper Kupp, who isn't again, it's similar to Devontae Adams. Like, he's not an all-pro receiver anymore, but he's good. JSN is your 1, comfortably.
Plain and simple.
I think he is a 1.
Yeah.
You draft Elijah Arroyo on day 2. He has a much higher ceiling than Noah Fant, who was sort of he was at a ceiling. Like he wasn't going to move the offense in any particular direction. Interior of the line is still going to continually be a fear, but you bring in Gray Zabel, who
Monster.
was a first round caliber guy. I think
Yep.
he can play all over in a pinch if they really need to. It's just I am not totally sure that Sam Darnold can do it again.
Yeah.
That's the one thing. And I mean, I totally get why they let go of DK and Tyler Lockett, but
Yeah.
outside of JSN and our boy Kenneth Walker III, the offense leaves a little bit to be desired. I like the defense a little bit more because like they have pieces that I like, but I don't know. They do feel like one of those teams that's like fighting for a playoff spot, but just in how we do this, like there will always be a team that's left out. And Michael said odd man out. That's what I think of the Seahawks as.
I just.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead. You go.
Like the defense is fun.
Yeah, guys who I like.
Like, fine, they're good, but like the offense, it leaves a lot to be desired. And like, this is Jalen Milroe's team in a year and a half, I think.
Yeah, buddy.
Sam Darnold, I don't think he put it together again. I don't think it's not capable.
Yeah.
Not without Kevin.
There is not a Kevin O'Connell type mind running things.
And it doesn't help that he's sitting behind a terrible offensive line.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
God,
Which
and I
like,
just
and
want
it's
to
not
throw
like the
this out
Vikings
there.
was crazy, but like this is worse.
Yeah.
Way worse.
Jackson Smith and Jigba and Cooper Kupp, and what the hell do they do when one of them goes down? Because I'm literally telling you right now, John Reese Plumlee is on this 53-man roster.
Hey.
Do you know who John Reese Plumlee is?
The Jake Bobo disrespect will not be tolerated.
John Reese Plumlee is listed above Jake Bobo on this depth chart. Do you know who John Reese Plumlee is, Adam?
No.
Would you like me to enlighten you?
Sure.
5 years ago, yes, 5 years ago, this brother was playing quarterback for Ole Miss. He almost retired from the NFL because he got drafted in the MLB. He
Torrey
almost
Horton's
went to
good.
go play baseball.
Torrey Horton
No,
was good at
he's not
Colorado
good at
State.
baseball.
Torrey Horton's good.
And he's not actually. I have to pull. I don't actually think he ever played receiver at college.
Torrey Horton's good.
No,
he was like he converted from I think the other side of the ball to play receiver.
Yeah.
He didn't convert from. He converted from quarterback. He played.
Oh my God.
He played quarterback. He played running back at No, actually, no. Okay, actually, time out. I'm looking at it now. He never actually played wide receiver in college.
There's no way he didn't play wide receiver.
He
Like,
played
Not
he's
Torrey
been in
Horton.
the
You're still
he's
talking
been in
about the other
docs.
guy.
No, like I'm telling you right now, 2022 and 2023, he played quarterback at UCF.
John Reese Plumlee.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm
I thought we
saying
were
Torrey
talking
Horton.
about
This is
Torrey
listed as their wide receiver
Horton.
4. Has never played wide receiver in his life.
Mine has
I'm
Jake
on our
Bobo
lads.
here, but-
I'm on our lads. I don't see this guy anywhere.
I'm on ESPN.
He's
Okay,
on
do
ESPN.
not trust it.
I think he's third behind. Like he's 7th on the depth chart.
So
He's right
it's
behind
like,
Jake Bobo here. Actually, I read it wrong, but still,
Yeah.
the fact that you're
But it
employing
goes
this
1,
man,
2,
like,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I get it. I understand the concerns for the receiving core, and I understand the concerns on the interior. I mean, think about where Sam Darnold struggled most last year. He struggled with interior pressures. The reason why Minnesota went all out this offseason to beef up their interior offensive line is because you think back to those playoff games, and these Rams are sending all these like safety blitzes inside at these guards, and they're not able to hold up. So I understand. I think there's definite concerns there. For me, am just willing to suck it up because I love this defense so much. I think they could be a top 10 unit.
man, that is not how the NFL works.
I think Byron Murphy, Leonard Williams, this secondary that was so great last year. I think this could be like the Denver Broncos.
They added Nicky Manwari.
Yeah. It was a good player.
Says that Josh Jobe is
Josh
listed
Jobe
at corner.
is good. Believe it or not,
Eagles
Jobe is
legend
good.
Josh
Jobe
Jobe
was good last year. And so I have faith in them. I think this could be a Denver Broncos-esque situation, the best case, but in the worst case, I think they're just going to be a feisty team in that NFC West.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, yeah,
right.
they could be one of those scrappy little teams that like makes their way in. But again, I have my questions. But are we doing?
We got to do the pick. We
playoffs?
got to pick the Super Bowl. It's 11 o'clock at night. We're locked in.
Are we doing championship games or just the Super Bowl?
We can do championship games.
Yeah, I mean, this is the NFC episode.
Make more work for my Instagram.
Did we do this in the AFC?
We picked who was gonna win each conference. And we did biggest upset. We did biggest upset. We did who was gonna win each division and who was gonna win the conference.
I can't even read this thing. Hold up.
Well, this is why we have a Zoom tool.
All right. You want to go first, Nathan?
Okay. I have the Eagles coming out, and the biggest surprise, at least compared to our discussion, would probably be Niners over Bucks, but that's not even.
Oh, crazy. Okay. All right. I also have the Philadelphia Eagles winning the NFC, meaning we have the same exact Super Bowl matchup. My biggest upset, I would say, is that I have the Green Bay Packers actually losing in the divisional round, contrary to a lot of my statements, to the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions advanced to the NFC Championship game for the first time in forever.
Lions?
Lions.
They made it 2 years ago. Against the Niners.
Yep. Yep.
Wait, you guys had the Ravens winning the AFC?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Wow, how original we all are.
Sorry.
I have the Eagles coming out. I have the Eagles coming out. Then my biggest upset is the Falcons beating the Lions in the wild card.
Yeah.
No, that's fun.
Very fun.
No.
All right.
I kind of want to change because you guys all said the same thing. Now I'm bored.
Super Bowl. What is it?
60.
We're on 60?
59. This is 60. We're at Super Bowl 60, guys. 10 years ago, Cam Newton fumbled the football. All right.
12 years ago, Russell Wilson, Peyton Manning was eaten alive.
By Malcolm Smith and company. That was beautiful.
All right. Give it to me.
Okay. I'm gonna have to do it. I live in the city, for God's sake. Let's go back to back. Come on. That's not even biased. They're the best team in football, and they've been there before, and they've done it. So,
Mike?
No, go ahead.
Okay. All right. Took a lot of thought. I love both these teams. I think they're both really, speckless rosters. Like it comes down the wire. It's really hard to defend a title in this league, and
I agree.
It's really hard to win a title in this league. But I think to me the biggest thing was I view this Philadelphia roster overall as one with more holes than I do this Baltimore roster, with what I think about the secondary and what I think about in terms of, the lost production in the defensive line. And that's something that could change. It's something that could prove me wrong. I think part of it is my closeness to that market, but it scares the shit out of me. And so the Baltimore Ravens are going to win Super Bowl 60, and Lamar Jackson's going to win Super Bowl MVP.
No, and if we're going for MVP, it's going to be they don't give it out to. So maybe Saquon shows up.
Saquon Barkley, the best player in football.
According to the NFL.
Barkley.
Yep. And also according to the NFL, Jared Goff is better than Jalen Hurts. So forgot to mention that.
Bring us home, Michael Cormos.
Ravens.
All right.
Well, that wasn't.
I haven't winning the conference. Beautiful.
Okay. All right. We thank you for staying along. Who are we gonna fire? Life's too good.
Most not.
Yeah.
DFA Nick Castellanos.
Okay. All right. All
Yeah,
right. That
man.
makes it easy. That makes it easy.
Explode the Xfinity Mobile Center. Just
Yeah.
nuke it.
Yeah, that makes it easy. All right. All right. See you guys very soon.
Go Birds. All right.